feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
How did I do this? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Right there. Bang! All right, cool. So, my shoes. I'm gonna give y'all the update on, the whole Iggy thing. Chat, I hope, I'm growing and I'm aging and I'm trying to be better. I'm also learning more maturity. I ain't do the therapy shit, but I try to figure out how to deal with things. I know a lot of people pointed out that this Iggy stuff I dealt with pretty much very different than many other things. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I've been squabbling with every artist, everybody. Really, it's not women. It's anybody who has ever disrespected me or challenged me, called me a liar. I usually go back and forth with them. That's been a thing, right? Whether it's a male rapper, a gangster rapper, emo rapper, whether it's a female, it don't matter. And if animals and ghosts could talk, I would battle with them too. Obviously there's a narrative that I only go at women. So these days I'm trying I'm not to perpetuate that narrative, but for me, I'm also not trying to be a hypocrite. I give smoke to everybody. So I'm not going to let some chick just chomp at me like a chihuahua because I'm being too, I'm above this. Nah, bitch, you gonna get it too. And I tried with Iggy. I wasn't trying to give her all the smoke, but I was really trying. She hit me up at Saturday at 4 a.m. I got off stream. I forgot what happened. I'm laying in bed. I'm kind of scrolling through my phone. I even took a nap. I fell asleep to some Netflix show. I woke back up. I usually wake up at 5 o'clock. You just force a habit because sometimes, club time is. It's been for 10 years. Chad, if you're around me personally, I'm fucked. My body wakes up after every club closes because if anything is breaking then happens in the world, I'm up. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. The Stitches and Game fight, that's how I was up. So usually I get up around 5:30. I check the phone just to see if any breaking shit's happening. Go to my Instagram. And it's 45 messages from Iggy Azalea. And she's going in. And I just woke up out of the stupor. I just couldn't believe it. I'm what is this? But you know what? I let it go. And actually, before I let it go, I was reading through it. And it put me in a pickle that usually I don't give a fuck about. And yes, there is compromising situations. I rock with her baby daddy, which is Playboy Cardi. But I don't rock with him like I'm some enabler, which that's what she was accusing me of. She was accusing me of being an enabler to an abuser and a drug addict. And these are things that maybe that's her truth, but I look at him as a musician and a really damn good one. She was questioning why I supported him, and she was accusing me of, allowing him to do things to her. And that's where I took issue. Why would you come to my DMs to say that I'm allowing, because of my endearing thoughts about a musician, I'm allowing him to be seen as, she thought that I'm making him seem like a good guy in the media while he did all these horrible things to her. Now, I haven't even verified and even checked out or even cared to if these things are true. Why? Is it because I'm not a human? No. It's because the things she told me should never be upon a blogger to have the moral compass to figure out who's right and who's wrong. There's certain things. If someone comes to me and says, hey, this rapper did X, Y, and Z, I've turned these things down a lot. Hey, this person R-worded me. This person did this to me. Or because they cheated on me in our relationship, I want to let you know about these criminal or unethical things that they're doing. A lot of times I usually say to those people, because let me let you know, I'm in the media. I've been doing this over 10, 15 years. People try to use you. So I was confused why she was saying certain things to me. And I was wondering, if you feel this way and you feel the need to tell me, hoping I would paint this guy in a different light or put this information out, why not go to the police? Why are you telling me this? I absorbed the information, and a lot of people, I've seen people say stuff about me that, I had to stop and think about it. Yes, I'm a human. So sometimes y'all say stuff about me, I'm like, yo, man, damn, am I switching up? Some people said, yo, if this was Carisha, this nigga would crash the fuck out. But because it's a white girl from Australia, he's different. And I'm like, whoa, this is not a white or black thing. I don't know Diddy. If maybe I know Diddy and his personality and whatever, and Carisha came out saying some wild shit, I'd be like, hold on now. Either go to the cops or again, if you're telling me this in confidence, I'm not putting it out. So yeah, I know Cardi. And I don't know if there's a white person who I knew the guy or I knew the girl and the guy was telling me, I would be like, you know how many things I know about Offset and Cardi? I don't say nothing about either. Just for them to say. Now, I do tell both of them. I say, yo, if I find out information that is outside of y'all telling me, I got to do my job. For example, I found out about Cardi B being pregnant months ago. And I literally said it. Well, I didn't say it directly. And the reason why I didn't say it directly is because it was supposedly so early on, she could have aborted or it could have been miscarried. And I'd never wanted to be the first so thirsty to try to get some information out that you know, she could make a decision that would be against it. And now I'm either wrong or I'm like out in her business. However, today we could report that was true. So it's a lot of times I know people's personal business. I know a lot of these niggas' personal business. You get what I'm saying? So when Iggy comes to me, I'm giving her grace, and I'm like, listen, yo, I know 3 rappers that y'all love. Like, y'all would kill, well, let me not say kill y'all, but like, y'all would be in turmoil if I told y'all, we're about to talk about this David guy. He was fucking a girl who was like 14 or 15. I know like 3 Chicago rappers y'all might consider legends. I was doing the same. It wasn't for me to talk about because nobody went to the police. I don't know if these people were true. I don't know the story, if they lied about their age. It's not for me. And I don't even know. Again, I don't know if the veracity about it. I'm not an investigator like that. So when Iggy came to me and said all this shit, I said, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? For me, it was a clear bait that she wanted me to out this person. And she wanted the internet to react to it. So I ignored her. Come back 2 days later, she's back in my DMs again. Very disrespectful. You bitch ass nigga. You lazy fuck. I tell you all this and you still ain't doing your fucking job. That's why. Whoa, wait. Hold on now. Ma'am, this is misguided anger. Your issue isn't with me. Your issue is with the guy that you're scared to go to family court with and that you need to go to some therapy about. She was telling me stories about her pregnancy. She was telling me stories about her being a mother. She was telling me stories of what she claimed was abuse and also story of neglect. It's not for me to share. Why tell me? The only reason she told me, because she was frustrated with how I spoke about him in a glowing light, that when I talk to Cardi, we don't talk about kids, but the only thing he ever said about kids is that he loves his kids. Talk about music. He's a great musician. She wanted a different narrative painted. So I ignored her. She disrespected again. And then after I responded on last stream, and I even said then, I'm giving you the grace, she went on Twitter and she went crazy. I'm not even going to get into that because there's been a bunch of calls made left, right, and center, not necessarily to me. But it's one of those things I'm trying to withhold and stop myself from super indulging in this situation, given the fact that this woman is super emotional. Like, and you know, shout out to Cardi, apologize to me for this. Because I'm dealing with his issue. This is an emotional woman who's coming at me. I never got her pregnant. That was him. I'm just going to fall back from this situation. Okay? I don't want to keep doubling down on it. And I'm doing it out of respect. But not only out of respect is that I'm a dude. And I understand when an emotional woman wants to try to ruin somebody because they feel slighted. They never felt this was an issue before. None of the things she was telling me was anything recent. She feels slighted. She feels hurt. She's experiencing what single bitter baby mamas experience. Regret, pent up hurt, pain. And she wants me to do her bidding. She got at me an ex, and I ain't gonna lie, I snapped a little bit. I'm not even gonna get into that because, again, I think all parties involved, and again, you know me, I like taking it all the way. But for the people and the child involved, I think this issue should go away. And, you know, I'm going to pray for Iggy. I'm an empathetic person, even though once you start disrespecting, I kind of give a fuck less. And I'm going to pray for Cardi because, one thing I've learned in history, and if you wonder why don't you start a family, I don't want no chick giving me this type of headache. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong. I don't want to pick sides. But also, I don't want to be the mudslinging mouthpiece. If y'all file a lawsuit, I'll report it. If y'all make a call to the police, I'll talk about it. If y'all say something to the judge, I'll report it. I'm fair. But if you're going to try to slander somebody by planting information, which may or may not be true to me, hoping I'm going to try to do a hit job on someone, I don't want to be a part of that. So, Iggy, respectfully, let's not get into a disrespect contest, me and you. I don't think you'd win. And, I'm going to do you a solid right now. I think her thing is, someone else, a guy named Sahil. You ever heard of that guy? I guess he's popular in the meme community. Iggy's new thing is like promoting meme coins. So like from time to time, she'll do some desperate things to get viral to promote her mother meme coin. So y'all go get her little mother meme coin. I have no affiliation with it, but I seen right after getting the most attention she's gotten in a while, she started promoting the meme coin and telling her followers she want a rug. So that's how she's doing it, selling feed pics, whatever. The Cardi train looked like it slowed up. I'm going to just slowly back out of this situation. And Iggy, I'm always down to squabble with anybody, not just women and not just you. And when I mean squabble, I mean verbally, nothing physical. But next time you come at me, make sure there isn't an offset of another person that you're hoping that I crash out on both of y'all. Because I am liable when I get mad enough to say fuck everybody and crash out on everybody. But today won't be the day. Iggy, have a good day. And Cardi, me and him talked this morning. As I said to him, I said, Cardi, listen, man, I'm not no family therapist. Please keep your family stuff to yourself. I hope she does the same. And when we gonna get some new music? And we started talking about music. He said, I got some shit coming. This shit is good. And I said, this is the type of conversation I want to have. I don't want to talk about you and your little drama with your baby mama with whatever y'all got going on. Send me some early music. Give me a release date that I could hype up to your fans. Because the Cardi fans who follow me, they don't want to hear about Iggy. They want to hear when the next music's coming out. And I understand that. Let's keep it there. All right. Okay. We're done with, what is this, full screen act? We are done. Okay, let me get back into, wait, bang. Oh, shit. Why do I got to do this to just get this shit right? Okay, this is old school act. 9 Breaker, I'm going to read it. Her meme coin is down from its all-time high. She extracted a lot of money. Chat, I mean, it is what it is, I don't want to get into her thing particularly, especially about the meme coin thing. I felt like she was trying to get me to attack that. I'm not going to be used as a pawn. Okay. Chat. Are y'all ready? Can we start the stream? Perfect.